Right now, your body is burning glucose at 90 milligrams per deciliter. In 24 hours, it'll be producing ketones at 0.5 millimoles per liter. Somewhere between those numbers, your cells flip a molecular switch from mTOR to AMPK and start consuming themselves. That's not cellular suicide. That's autophagy, your body's most sophisticated recycling program. This is what happens when you stop eating for 24 hours. The transformation isn't gradual. It's metabolic warfare. Your liver holds exactly 100 grams of glycogen. That's your body's gas tank. But instead of gasoline, it stores glucose bound to water at a 3-to-1 ratio. Your brain alone burns 120 grams of glucose per day. Do the math. You're running a deficit from hour 1. Every cell in your body depends on that glucose. Red blood cells can't use anything else. So here's the question that triggers everything. What happens when a 100-gram tank meets a 120-gram per day demand? Hour 0, your fuel gauge reads 100 grams. Full tank. Hour 10, down to 50 grams. Half empty, and your liver is working overtime, cleaving glycogen bonds to release glucose. Glycogenolysis is running at maximum capacity. Hour 16, only 20 grams remain. The warning light isn't just flashing, it's screaming. Your glucagon to insulin ratio is climbing sharply. Hour 24, nearly 0. Your primary fuel source just ran dry. But here's what most people don't know. This isn't when your body panics. This is when it gets clever. Your body saw this fuel crisis coming hours ago. Within 2 hours of your last meal, insulin crashes by 50%. By 12 hours, it's down 70% from baseline. Meanwhile, glucagon, insulin's molecular opposite, starts its ascent. Picture a seesaw at the cellular level. When insulin drops, glucagon rises. This isn't just hormones fluctuating. This flip switch unlocks your fat stores, activates hormone-sensitive lipase, and triggers lipolysis. Your 100,000 stored calories in adipose tissue just became available fuel. Here's where hunger gets weird. Logic says it should build continuously, getting worse and worse. But Natalucci's 2005 study revealed the truth. Ghrelin releases in 8 pulsatile peaks per 24 hours. 8 a.m., first spike hits like clockwork. Wait 2 hours, and it fades completely. 1 p.m., lunch spike arrives on schedule. 6 p.m., dinner wave crashes over you. Then silence. Your stomach is running on autopilot, releasing hunger hormones at meal times even when no food is coming. It's phantom hunger, like your appetite has muscle memory. Between hours 12 and 16, every cell in your body makes a decision. AMPK, your cellular energy sensor, detects falling ADP levels and flips a molecular switch. It shuts down mTOR, the protein complex that screams grow, build, store, and activates ULK1, the enzyme that whispers clean, repair, survive. This is the moment 37 trillion cells shift from anabolic growth mode to catabolic cleanup mode. The cellular machinery changes gears completely. And that cleanup process has a name that sounds terrifying but isn't: autophagy. Autophagy literally means self-eating. And at the molecular level, that's exactly what happens. Autophagosomes, double membrane vesicles, engulf damaged mitochondria. Misfolded proteins that could trigger neurodegeneration get tagged and destroyed. Cellular debris that's been accumulating for months gets swept away, starting at 16 hours, peaking between 24 and 48. It's like your cells hired Marie Kondo, but instead of asking, "Does this spark joy?" they ask, "Does this spark ADP?" If not, it gets recycled into amino acids and energy. The numbers are staggering. Growth hormone during a 24-hour fast. Women see a 1,300% increase. Men hit nearly 2,000%. That's 20 times normal levels coursing through your bloodstream. But this isn't about getting bigger. It's about getting smarter metabolically. Growth hormone acts like a bodyguard for your muscle tissue while torching fat stores. It preserves lean mass and accelerates lipolysis. Your body just activated its most powerful fat-burning, muscle-protecting hormone at levels that would be illegal if injected. Remember that empty fuel tank? Your liver has one more trick. When glucose hits rock bottom, hepatocytes start manufacturing ketones, specifically beta-hydroxybutyrate. At hour 24, you're producing 0.2 to 0.5 millimoles per liter. That might sound modest, but it's revolutionary. Your brain, which normally demands 120 grams of glucose daily, can run on ketones. And here's the kicker. Ketones produce 25% more ATP per unit of oxygen consumed. Your liver just upgraded your brain to premium fuel. Here's the energy timeline nobody warns you about. Hours 0 to 6, normal energy. You're coasting on your last meal's nutrients. Hours 6 to 12, the decline begins. Blood glucose drops from 90 to 80 milligrams per deciliter. This is when sluggishness hits. Hours 12 to 18, the metabolic valley of death. Your body is literally between fuel systems. Fatigue crashes over you like a wave. Most people quit here. Don't. Because hours 18 to 24, norepinephrine surges, ketones start flowing, and many people experience what researchers call spectacular improvement in well-being. Your body just switched from burning a 100-gram sugar tank to a 100,000-calorie fat reservoir. Should you exercise on day 1? The Brigham Young University study gives us the answer. Participants who exercised intensely at the very start of their fast reached ketosis 3.5 hours earlier and produced 43% more ketones. Exercise burns through glycogen faster, accelerating the metabolic switch. Walking is excellent, helps ride out hunger waves. Yoga is safe. Light jogging early in the day works fine. But here's the critical point. Exercise at the beginning, not the end. After 18 hours, your body needs to conserve energy for the deeper metabolic transformation ahead. High-intensity exercise beyond day 1 isn't just unhelpful, it can be dangerous. This might save your fast. When insulin drops, your kidneys flush sodium at an accelerated rate. Zero food means zero electrolyte replacement. The result: headaches, dizziness, muscle cramps, heart palpitations. Your metabolic transformation is working perfectly, but your mineral balance is collapsing. The fix: 5,000 to 7,000 milligrams of sodium daily from sea salt, 300 to 500 milligrams of magnesium, 1,000 to 3,000 milligrams of potassium from potassium chloride. Here's what kills fasts. People think plain water is enough. Plain water without electrolytes can actually be dangerous. It dilutes your remaining minerals without replacing them. Day 1 weight loss: 2 to 4 pounds on the scale. Sounds impressive. Here's the brutal truth. 70 to 80% is water weight from glycogen depletion and sodium excretion. Remember, each gram of glycogen binds 3 grams of water. Dump 100 grams of glycogen, lose 300 grams of water instantly. Only 15 to 25% is actual body fat, roughly 1/3 to half a pound. The University of Illinois confirmed it. Most weight loss during water fasts returns immediately after refeeding. The scale is lying. The real value isn't the number. It's autophagy, hormone optimization, and metabolic flexibility happening at the cellular level. Within 24 hours, your cardiovascular system transforms. A 2022 study confirmed acute fasting decreases both systolic and diastolic blood pressure significantly. The mechanism is elegant. Low insulin signals your kidneys to release sodium and water through natriuresis. Less fluid means less pressure against artery walls. Simultaneously, your autonomic nervous system shifts toward parasympathetic dominance, rest, and digest mode. Heart rate variability improves. Resting heart rate drops. But there's a critical warning. If you're on blood pressure medication, this double drop can cause dangerous hypotension. The medication is fighting a battle that fasting already won. Medical supervision isn't optional, it's life-saving. Nobody prepares you for the emotional roller coaster. Hours 0 to 12, you're fine, maybe slightly edgy. Hours 12 to 18, irritability peaks. Serotonin synthesis drops because dietary tryptophan is its primary source. Studies confirm it. Fasting triggers heightened irritability, anxiety, and difficulty concentrating. You feel off, short-tempered, emotionally fragile. But then the switch flips. Hours 18 to 24, dopamine receptor sensitivity increases in your brain's pleasure center, the striatum. Researchers found intermittent fasting enhances dopamine D1 receptor signaling, producing genuine antidepressant-like effects. When they blocked those receptors, the mood boost vanished. Your brain is literally becoming more sensitive to its own happiness chemicals. 3 effects nobody discusses. First, sleep tonight. 15% of fasters report sleep disturbances as the most common side effect. Elevated cortisol and norepinephrine make you hyper-alert at bedtime. Expect lighter, more fragmented sleep. Second, your skin. You won't see changes in 24 hours, but autophagy is already cleaning up damaged skin cells microscopically. Reduced insulin and IGF-1 may decrease sebum production over time. Third, and this is profound, aging. Sirtuins activate during fasting. These 7 proteins regulate cellular aging and depend on NAD+, which increases dramatically during energy restriction. FOXO3, a master anti-aging transcription factor, switches on. USC's Longevity Institute showed periodic fasting can reduce biological age markers. Day 1 is inserting the key into your cellular anti-aging machinery. Track your ketones hour by hour. Hours 0 to 12, barely measurable. Blood beta-hydroxybutyrate under 0.1 millimoles per liter. Your body is running on glucose and stored glycogen. Hours 12 to 16, the metabolic switch activates. BHB rises to 0.1 to 0.3 as fatty acid oxidation accelerates. Hours 16 to 24, ketone production hits full stride. You're approaching 0.3 to 0.5 millimoles per liter. Nutritional ketosis threshold is 0.5. Most people cross it between 18 and 36 hours. Want to get there faster? The BYU data is clear. Exercise at the start cuts 3.5 hours off your timeline and boosts ketone production by 43%. 8 mistakes that destroy most first fasts. 1. No electrolytes. We covered this. Salt is medicine, not optional. 2. Not tapering caffeine. Caffeine withdrawal is the #1 cause of fasting headaches. Wean off 1 to 2 weeks prior. 3. Starting too drastically. Going from 3 meals plus snacks to nothing is misery. Work up with 16:8 intermittent fasting first. 4. Overexercising. Stick to walking after hour 18. 5. Inadequate hydration. 2 to 3 liters minimum. 6. Panicking at hunger waves. They pass in 1 to 2 hours, always. 7. Carb-heavy last meal. That maximally loads glycogen, making transition brutal. Choose fats and protein instead. 8. Poor timing. Don't start on days with social eating events. Around hour 18, your brain transforms. Norepinephrine, your alertness neurotransmitter, climbs sharply. Combined with early ketones providing clean fuel, focus sharpens dramatically. Many people report feeling clearer and more productive than they have in months. This isn't placebo effect. This is your brain running on premium fuel for the first time. Evolution didn't design hungry humans to be sleepy and unfocused. It designed them to be laser-sharp hunters. Your ancestors survived because fasting made them mentally stronger, not weaker. But there's one thing your metabolic transformation can't manufacture: electrolytes. Low insulin triggers natriuresis. Your kidneys dump sodium at accelerated rates. Zero food means zero mineral replacement. The math is brutal. Massive electrolyte outflow, zero inflow. Result: headaches, dizziness, muscle cramps, and potentially dangerous heart rhythm irregularities. Your metabolic machinery is performing flawlessly, but your mineral balance is in freefall. This is the hidden danger that blindsides most fasters. The solution isn't complicated, but it's absolutely critical. 24 hours without food. Your body has completely rewired itself. Fuel source, switched from glucose to fat oxidation. Cellular machinery, shifted from mTOR growth mode to AMPK cleanup mode. Growth hormone, increased 1,300% to 2,000%. Brain fuel, upgraded from glucose to ketones. Insulin sensitivity, strategically reduced by 54% to protect your brain. Hunger, came in 8 predictable waves, then faded. This isn't starvation. This is metabolic adaptation at its finest. This is what 200,000 years of human evolution designed your body to do. The question isn't whether you can handle 24 hours without food. The question is, Are you ready to discover what your body is truly capable of?